Yep, Nekusar again. In all of my playing around with him, I realized I probably don't need Guy's Cradle. I don't need Urborg and Urborg Coffers. And he's got a bunch of mana rocks. I don't really have anything requiring some big splashy play. I mean, let's take a look. What's the biggest thing I can cast? Okay, Nivm is at 6. Well, there's not a whole lot of black in there, is there? Tine's Feral at 6. Again, I don't have a problem casting it now. 4. No. Okay, 5. But with all the mana rocks, that shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, that costs 5, but with all the mana rocks, that's not really a problem. So I don't have any green life. I don't have anything that really requires me or demands me to have big mana. Okay, there's 5 in double red. But again, with all the rocks I have, it shouldn't be a problem, should it? It should be fine. Anything else? I mean, he goes and finds mana rocks, and he only costs 5. Yeah, okay. So, Alabar's Carpet. 5 for the casting cost, 5 for the activation, so if I wanted to play it and activate it the same turn cycle, I would need 10. But that's the only thing that really could really employ a lot of black. Everything else, no. Again, 6, that isn't too hard to attain. So I'm thinking I don't need Coffers and Urborg. I mean, for Break the Jar on my turn, I'm going to cast out the stuff, but usually I play it and then I wait to break it. Let's count my rocks. 1, 1, and then nothing. 2, kind of. 3. Wow, there's not a whole lot in that stack. So we're at 3, kind of 4. There's your reward. 5, kind of in 3 turns. 6, 7. Count my rocks. 8. Counting these rocks, bitch. 9. So I've got a lot of mana rocks. He's got, I think, 38 lands. So what if I took out those 2 lands from a combination of these? So Thespian Sage can become a copy of any other land. But there's not a whole lot of lands in here I would want to copy. Could put a counterspell back. Put in Izzet Signets out of 10 rocks. Urborg Coffers, of course, does nothing until I have Urborg out. Not in this deck. In mono black, yeah, it'll do something. So let's count my lands real quick. I mean, I should have looked at Moxfield and figured it out, but hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 lands. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. Oh, I have 36 lands. That's 37, 38. So 36 lands if I take those out. So if I put a rock in, that kind of negates the impact of losing 2 lands. I don't think there's anything I'd really care about copying for Thespian Stage. I mean, I copy that. That's not legendary. I copy a Shockland, or I could copy a Fetch Land and get rid of my Thespian stage and be an idiot. So there's really nothing in here that I would want to copy that would push. Ooh, maybe if I copy the command beacon, then I would effectively have two. I can sacrifice the stage. I would have two command beacons, and that would be extra resiliency. Copy command tower. Okay, so anyway, Urborg will come out because he really doesn't need it. I mean, it's nice. It's always nice. It's beautiful that Urborg and Cabal Coffers out. So put in the signet. So that means I have two signets, two talismans. I do not have the talisman of indulgence, the black-red one. I don't have an extra one. And the mere signet is unrepresented. So I have Is It Signet, Rakdos Signet. I have Is It Talisman, and Demir Talisman. It's kind of funny that way. But Cabal Coffers. So if I go down to 36 lands, if I put the counter spell in, then that gives me an extra counter trick. This is probably not the card I want. I really don't think this is the card I want. But I want to make this stuff coherent. Okay, so anyway, that's some changes to Niv-Mizzet, and I already have decided where the Coffers and the Urborg are going to go. And what's going to happen might surprise you. So, Corvol. I was playing around with Corvol yesterday, and I realized I don't have a lot of black for Chatterfang's activation cost. So I thought, wow, I really could use Urborg Tomb of Yawgmoth in this deck. And then I started thinking Nekusar, who doesn't really need his Urborg Tomb of Yawgmoth. But if I put Urborg Tomb of Yawgmoth, I'm kind of gonna want a Cabal Coffers too. Not that I will necessarily get them together, but I can. So what is coming out for one of these cards, for the Urborg Tomb of Yawgmoth? You're gonna be shocked. You're gonna be like, what? Of course the genie will be happy. The genie will say, yes, take that shit out of there. Take it out now. Take it all out. Take all the shit out. Genie hates my bullshit lands. Well, I don't know. It gives us something to talk about. Yes. I'm going to take out Gaia's Cradle, specifically for Urborg Tomb of Yawgmoth, and then I'll find something else for the Cabal Coffers. The reason for this is a lot of times in Corvol, I'll be sacrificing my board. My board will be getting wiped. I won't have that many creatures, so Gaia's Cradle is less than reliable. I mean, it's pretty reliable if I can get everything going, but Urborg Tomb of Yawgmoth and Cabal Coffers is even more reliable, and the fact that I have crop rotation to find either half of them makes it even more so. So I need to find something to take out for the Cabal Coffers. Obviously it's going to be some land, because I don't want to go down any further in land. I think Corvol only has 36. Not sure if I just want to take out a basic swamp. Let me just take a look. Nope. Kind of need that. That's in the Mexican standoff where I had Havoc Demon and could recur him. That's one of the ways I had of killing him in order to make everybody stand off. I've got a Havoc Demon, and I'm not afraid to slit his throat. I'll send him to the market if anybody so much as looks at me. If any of you Muppets even fucking move, I'll execute the last... How did she say it? Execute the last lot of... I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen that film. A long while. Kirkcape Hammerheim? Do I want to take out hammer? I don't have a lot of red in the deck, and I realize that is a kind of a weakness. So maybe a swamp. Sumpf. In Dutch. Looks like that's it. I mean, I'm putting an Urborg, which replaces a swamp. So it would have made more sense for me to say, I am taking out Urborg for this basic swamp. I am taking out Guy's Cradle for this Urborg Coffers. That makes more sense. So let's get a good picture for the thumbnail. Let's get a group photo. Come on, good group photo. There we go. Oh yeah, that's so pretty. So, Guy's Cradle is coming out for Corvol Coffers. Swamp is coming out for Urborg Tomb of Yawgmoth. And I moved the camera too far. And we'll see if Corvol works better. So, I now have this Guy's Cradle doing nothing, right? It's unemployed, it's homeless. I don't have another deck to put it in. I have a Guy's Cradle. You know, one of the high tier 2 reserveless cards, and I've got no place to put it. Animar doesn't really need it because Animar himself reduces the casting cost of things. The Hydra version of Animar could use it because of all the activation costs that deck has and all the extra enchantments and things. So that is where it would likely go if I rebuild the switch Animar from what he is now to that Hydra version. Edric already has one. Icarus, Shidiki, and Starakondo already have Urborg Tomb of Yawgmoth and Corvol Coffers, and I don't mix the two. I find that to be excessive, and I don't want too many lands that do nothing unless a condition is met in a deck. Who else is green? Kenrith. He's going to shut down basic lands with either Blood Moon or Back to Basics, so it makes no sense in there, and he doesn't cast a lot of creatures anyway. He's got a good number, but it's not high enough to really justify having a Guy's Cradle in the deck. Carador already has Tomb of Yawgmoth and Coffers. Muldratha, again, already has Urborg and Coffers. Sigarda already has a Cradle. Voya has Quest for Itlimok, which flips over into Guy's Cradle and is very reliable about flipping. In fact, I thought about putting in Cradle of Itlimok into Corvol. I think that would be a good change, and I have an extra one in my EDH Overflow art binders. So I might do that. I might make that change too coming up. But the deck is now pretty tight. I don't know what to take out at this point for Cradle of Growth. Cradle of Growth. Quest for Itlimok. Cradle of the Sun. So what else do I have in green that could use a Cradle? Nothing. So I have a homeless Cradle. Isn't that sad? Isn't that just... Doesn't it want to make you cry? There's a Guy's Cradle that's homeless now. And it's my fault. I did it. I made this Cradle homeless. I'm a bad, bad man.